Well, they say an early season snowstorm may be on deck in less than 48 hours, but today is picture-perfect fall football weather. Crisp and cool at Soldier Field in the Windy City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Detroit Lions and the Chicago Bears. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And with the play clock reading 4. We're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Check. Too little. Check. Check 24. Check 24.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And right away, he lost the football. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. Following the penalty, it's Johnson. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 44, Stafford. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
Here on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Stafford throws complete to Galladay, and he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 1st down Detroit, 16 yards on the pickup.
And the Lions, 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's carry number 1 for Jordan Howard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 1st down Lions on a pickup of 13.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. They run with Howard. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. A shotgun snap for Stafford. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Eddie Goldman with a sack. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
Hey, let go. 58, Mike. Come on. 58, Mike. 58, Mike. Come on, baby. Come on.
Third and long. It's Stafford. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. So on fourth down, the Lions turn it over to Matt Prater for the field goal try. And the 13-year man puts it through, and the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Red, go. 59's Mike. Check.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Brings up second and 12 at the 23-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. Dancing away at the 30. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9. And it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Check. 180. He's 59. Mike the 59. Check. Alert.
They'll try to run for it with Cohen. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Hey, alert. That's the way. Check 59, Mike.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
59.
You heard?
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Hey, high 7.
Ready? 59.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. He's got Lockett. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
First down. First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 48-yard line. Out of the gun, Trubisky. It's complete to Lockett. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 23 yards, the final tally.
I have no crystal ball up here. I can't truly see into the future. But if they don't start getting some pressure on him, make him move around a little bit and do something with the receivers to, change up their timing, they're just going to get shredded as we've seen so far. Right now, they're off to a blazing start.
Yeah, and you are right. He looks way too comfortable back there in the pocket.
Yeah, there shouldn't be a pillow back there for him, all right? As a defensive guy, they've got to dump him on his backside a few times, shake things up.
Now, they're going to need an in-drive adjustment here on this first series.
All day, every day, any day. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Check 13. Check 13.
From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on first down. The screen pass here to Cohen. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's second down. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this second and 9. Looking to throw again, Trubisky. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 11th touchdown of the year, and the Bears have taken the lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe.
Mike, 45.
Hey, exit.
Championship, baby. 45 to Mike. Hey. Go.
Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45.
From the gun, here's Stafford. That's into the hands of Pascal. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll make this a second and long.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Throwing again on second down. Stafford. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the intended receiver. And it's third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Out of the gun, Stafford. He's going to look deep down the... Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. It's a big play there for the Lions. 52 yards.
First down, Detroit.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Throwing again is Stafford. Jones has it. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
61, matchbox light.
Looking to throw again on second down. Stafford. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Trubisky. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. He's got a man complete. A huge play there for Chicago. 52 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
So a slight improvement in field position, you might say, from inside their own 10 to this as they come up on first down. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. He gets this complete to Shaheen, the tight end. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Adam Shaheen, his first touchdown on the year. As the Bears push further out in front. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10 at the 9-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. To throw is Stafford. He'll get this one to Galladay. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. First down for the Lions on a nice pickup of 18 yards.
And the Lions first down.
Mike, set, lady.
54. Watch the run.
59.
Mike
5.
Mike 5-4.
On first down, it's Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Bilal Nichols in there to bury him for a loss of 11. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Right there, 54 Mike.
Coming this way, coming this way.
Throwing on second and long. Stafford. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Stafford now to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. More problems here on third down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on third down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
This is taken at the 18. Call that one an even 60 yards, 6-0. And the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
On first down, Trubisky. Open man is Trey Burton. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Mitchell Trubisky as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play because if you...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. It's Ha-Ha Clinton-Dix with a pick. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Alert, 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 alert.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
After the interception, here's Trubisky. It's caught. Lockett. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Final play of the half. It's Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Alert, 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 alert.
They try again with Cohen. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. Here's Trubisky to throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And it's 2nd down. This defense trying to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now Trubisky to throw. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. They'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
It's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And that last penalty makes this 3rd down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5. On 3rd down, a run with Cohen. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down.
Mike is 59. Mike the 59.
All day, dog.
Throwing on 2nd down. Trubisky. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. He got 29 yards that time.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
They come out here in the eye.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Yeah.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
Trubisky will throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Adam Shaheen with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as the Bears push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25.
Lions 3.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Stafford on third down. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
Mike, 45. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he loses the football a second time. And this is picked up by the Bears. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me, because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another.
And this is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. They'll wind up losing a full 10 yards on the play. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Hey, zoom.
Shift.
Check 59, Mike.
18.
Mike to 59. Squeeze.
Trubisky gives to Cohen. That's a gain of 6 on the first down run.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Mike, up. 180. Man, I got you.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Trubisky able to find Shaheen here. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 20-yard line.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a first down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
I'm coming after you.
Throwing here, Trubisky. The screen pass here to Cohen. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them, ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down, threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary, incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
The kick by Pinheiro is good, and their lead will swell up to 28. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Yeah, things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front seven? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now it's Stafford. That's into the hands of Pascal. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now at Soldier Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Stafford now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10.
Easy. You got nothing today. You got nothing.
Out of the gun, Stafford. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Stafford looks to throw again. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Hey, 54.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. It's a foot race. 20, 10. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Odell Beckham. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
He's coming, double up.
Topper.
Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. Got his man. It's Williams. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
A gain of 16 on the play. But it's 3rd down.
The Lions on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Hey. 4 down.
Bravo. Hey, check Mike.
This looks like a free play for Stafford. That's to Fulgham, complete. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
From the 50, Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Jalen Smith came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Hey. 45 to Mike.
Hey, check Mike.
To throw is Stafford. And he'll complete this one to Fulgham. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Lions go for it on 4th. It's Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Man up, D. Man up, D. Mike,
Out of the gun, Trubisky is going to go for a big play downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
Finally a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, huh?
Mike's 5'9".
18. Focus, defense. Focus.
Now it's Trubisky. It's caught by OBJ. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. He finds Becker complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A good pickup, 17 yards and a bare 1st down. Now Trubisky, and he's over 100 yards now after that last catch. Already, of course, leading the NFL in receiving yardage.
So he's done nothing at all to hurt his cause to stay in that spot. But I've been so impressed with how he's gotten it done. Body control, route running. How about the way he competes for the football at the end of the play?
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for the tight end, Adam Shaheen, that time. And it's 3rd down.
And 10 yards to go.
180.
Yeah.
Watch time. Tight end. Alert.
Trubisky to throw again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Knocking it away there defensively, Justin Coleman.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it? This
will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. But good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. Johnson was the intended receiver. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Alert, 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 alert.
Check tight. 59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check. 59.
Now Trubisky to throw. This complete to Lockett. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Here's Trubisky to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coach.
Accelerating, and off he goes. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time. And got his man complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Makes the score Bears 55.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
Be honest.
don't forget today.
Let's go.
don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Johnson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Stanford. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Stafford now to throw. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the 1st down. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
45, 45, 45, Mike, 45. Let's go.
They snap it to Stanford. And this is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. Oh, Trubisky going to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Know your job. Back. Blue.
Here's Trubisky. And the pressure gets to him again. The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long. Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. He finds his target, Beckham. It's a gain of 26 as they pick up the 1st down in the process.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe they're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. He was trying to go back to Beckham there. And now it's 2nd down.
Let's get it. Mike, 180. 59. Target. You go tight.
Throwing here, Trubisky. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. He was trying to go back to Beckham there. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
I got you, boy.
Again, it's Trubisky. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. And, well, they could just run this clock out, but here is the field goal unit on 4th down. This is a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And his kick is right there. It's good. But hang on, a flag is down. Now, if it's on the defense, they might decline it and take the points. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down. What a big break. Leads to a 1st and 10. Looky here, Trubisky wants to throw it. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman.
Hey, let's go. Interception all day, baby.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
Check, watch 54.
One last throw here for Stanford. Open man is Galladay, complete. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10, and a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for the Bears, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for the Lions, the difficult season continues as they drop to 1-8. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.